Alright, hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about storm surge and the dangers behind it and also what it is. So, yeah, I thought I'd do this video because it is hurricane season, and especially because we're expecting a above average hurricane season. I just wanted to do this for you guys to let everyone know the dangers behind storm surge and what it really is. So, I found this diagram. So storm surge is basically the winds pushing up water from the ocean into land, and with the more intense of storms, the more dangerous the storm surge. But it depends. So you can see I chose this because you can see this is the mean sea level. So this is where the sea level normally is. So normal high tide is around 2 feet right here. Now the storm surge is 17 feet, but the actual surge itself will be 15 feet, okay? So you can see here that we're seeing that, 2 feet normal high tide, but with those waves just gradually increasing the amount of water coming up on coast, we get very high amounts of water just pushing in at one time, and we get very high storm surges. So you can see this storm tide will be 17 foot, the surge will be 15 feet. Just kind of subtract those two numbers right here to get the actual surge itself. Now this is something that we're definitely going to hear a lot this season. Now, the only trouble is, some people don't know what to do, and the biggest cause of death in these actual, hurricanes is flooding. So that's why I'm doing this video, to inform people and hopefully get it out there. So make sure to tell all your friends about it, so that they know, or family as well, so they know that what storm surge is and how to protect themselves. So, now moving on, I just want to show you probably one of the most memorable storm surges, or actually just one of the most memorable storms of all time. This is Hurricane Katrina, and the storm surge that she produced, that was just insane. Multiple spots saw storm surge of 16 feet or greater. So that is insane, and the storm tide itself 16 feet or greater, all along the coast here, the Florida coast, Mississippi, Alabama, but Louisiana and Mississippi definitely getting hit really hard. Even that 12 to 16 foot storm surge, multiple locations as well, and especially with that 4 to 8 feet, 8 to 12 feet, very close right here. This produced very catastrophic flooding. This is what will definitely damage. Basically, you could almost see entire neighborhoods wiped out by the amount of water, and it'll take a few years to recover. In some areas in New Orleans that have still not recovered from Hurricane Katrina's storm surge. It was really insane. The good news is they are working on better ways to protect themselves so they don't see a repeat if we ever were to get another one. So, yeah, it was a very bad storm, and, it just goes to show how bad the storm surge can be. So, alright. So, I found this picture as well, so you can see here. This is a picture from a previous storm. I actually forgot which one it was, but you can see here just how it makes the land look like it's part of the ocean with all this water that's pushing against it. You can see how choppy those waves are, and this is the main cause of death. That's why you want to be inside or evacuated if you're under that evacuation order, because of this itself. This is a very dangerous, threat that I really hope people know about. This right here, you can see the steps right here. This probably right where you're at, this is probably land almost, possibly. This could be land, because you can see those steps right there. So this actually could be part of land that is completely underwater. Alright. So this will be a quick video. I want to go through this really quick. So here is ways to protect you and your family from storm surge. Know the forecast for your area in advance. So that means, watching the news, or watching the Weather Channel or something, or checking your mobile app. That's something that you definitely want to take a time to do, especially during this, especially when you're at risk of a hurricane making landfall or a tropical storm. You definitely want to make sure you're checking the forecast for your area. My second tip is to check the Hazardous Weather Outlook, HWO, from your forecasting office. That is basically your forecasting office's way of telling you how bad weather can be and what to expect that day. And make sure that you're kind of just checking that every once in a while. Before hurricane impacts, you want to make sure you're looking at it and checking how bad this will actually be, so you know what to expect when the hurricane does come. So that's just something I want to, point out for you guys. And number 3, the third tip I have is listen to your local authorities and listen to evacuation orders. So make sure you're listening to your government, your local government, and make sure you're heeding those evacuation orders, so that, if you're told to evacuate, it's a mandatory evacuation, you must leave. That's definitely something you have to do. It'll cause a bit of an inconvenience for you, but it's either there's two things: you don't evacuate and you could lose your life, or you evacuate and the worst thing that happens is you lose some items, or you can lose your house, but you still have your life. That's the biggest concern here. You want to make sure that you're alive and healthy and well. Number 4 is have multiple ways to receive warnings. So that means, the radio, your phone, the news, Weather Channel, all those different ways. Your TV can also transmit as well those warnings. So make sure you have all those ready to go when you know that you're at risk for a hurricane. Number 5 is tune into your trusted source of news/information. Basically, kind of what I said with number 1. Just make sure to check the Weather Channel, check your mobile phone, check check the things you need to check. Especially the Weather Channel. That's a good source of information. That's something that will be very useful when you're at risk of a hurricane making landfall with possibly some storm surge that could be very dangerous if you live on the beach. Number 6 is have a plan coordinated with your family before the storm arrives. This is probably my biggest tip, is just to have a plan. If you are at risk of seeing hurricanes, then you always want to have a plan. Plan for things that could happen, because you want to always have that plan ready, so that when it does happen, you and your family aren't scrambling to get that plan ready to go and get ready to leave the house. You always want to make sure, if it's hurricane season, I recommend always having maybe a bag packed full of your belongings that you want to take with you if you have to just get ready to run. So that's something I'll kind of tell you about. That's just something I'd say would be rather useful, is having a bag packed with all your belongings that you want to keep. Also, in your dishwasher, you can put, since it's waterproof, you can put your belongings you want to keep safe in there as well, and close it, because that's waterproof. No water is getting in or out from that. Alright guys, this is a quick video. I just want to tell you about this. I have to get going because I have stuff to do today. I have actually having baseball practice, which I don't even know I don't know. We're in the middle of a pandemic, but I'm happy. Actually, we're kind of ending it, but who knows what July has in store for us. So yeah. I'll see you guys in the next weather-related video. Bye everyone. Have fun. Stay safe. I love you all. Goodbye.